Welcome back to the Timely Medrash podcast. In today's Sedra, we speak about the narrative of Jacob having the tribes of Israel, and more specifically what we're going to be focusing on today is when it came to Rachel. So the verse tells us, Vatikra Shema Yosef, she called him Joseph, Lamar saying, Yosef Hashem li ben acher, Hashem should give me. The common translation is another son. So the question which stands out is, why is she asking for another son? Why is she asking only for another son in singular form? Seemingly, the proper thing to be asking for would be many sons. So we have the Medrash in Bereshis Rabbah bring down our first answer in the name of Rabbi Chia, son of Pazi. And he says, Imahos Nevios Hayu, that are the matriarchs, they were prophetess. Rachel min Imais, and Rachel was one of them. In other words, when she said, Yosef Hashem li banim acherim in kesevkan, that she didn't say in plural tense, Ela ben acher, she only said it in singular tense, Omra, she was basically saying, Oid echad hu asid lahamid, that there's only one left that Jacob's going to have of the tribe. She recognized that there was a limit to how many tribes were destined to come. And that's what she was saying, Halavai yamimeni, that if only it could be from me. So that's the approach that Rabbi Hanina, the son of Pazi, takes regarding why she's only asking for one more son, because she recognizes that it's only destined in heaven for there to be a cap of 12. And likewise, the classic medieval commentator Rashi brings down this answer in his commentary. However, we have later on in the Medrash, we have another answer which is brought down, and it explains that when it says acher, that you shouldn't read it as another son, but rather acher could mean a different. In other words, a different son. Acher legolus, a different son regarding the exiles that were to come. Amar Rabbi Yehuda ben Rabbi Simon, the sage Rabbi Yehuda, the son of Rabbi Simon, taught, Loi lemakim shel gala ases hashavatim gala shevet Yehuda v'Inyamin, that the place of the dispersion, as we had brought down in the Book of Kings, so the place of the dispersion of after the kingdom split, so the kingdom of Israel wasn't the same place than that of Binyamin, and then that of her final son, that of Binyamin. The 10 tribes were exiled past the Sambatyon River. Sambatyon is a Greek word for the Shabbos River, and it's explained elsewhere in the Talmud why it's referred to the Shabbos River, because it had a different way of reacting when every Shabbos. However, Shevet Yehuda Binyamin, the Shevet of Judah and Benjamin, they are spread out amongst the entire world. And likewise, Ben Acher, going along with this reading of the verse, that Acher doesn't mean another, but rather means different, the Machlokes regarding the dispute over the kingdom, tying back in to the dispute between the two kingdoms and how they split. Amar Rabbi Pinchas mitfilo shel Rachel lecholak shevet Yehuda v'Inyamin yamaseres hashvatim. Rabbi Pinchas, the sage Rabbi Pinchas, takes a little bit of a different approach. Not that it was foretelling that this son would be different, but it was more of a prayer that he should be different, and he shouldn't be part of that agreement that would happen during the splitting of the kingdom. Acher likewise going along with this understanding that Acher means different, that he did other acts, and just to help build upon this understanding of the word Acher, to mean that to understand this word meaning not another, but rather a different, we have likewise in another verse, that in Bereshis. In Genesis, this is earlier on in the narrative by Sarah Imenu, when Sarah was given the blessing that she would have a kid. So the verse says that it's going to be at this time, L'moed hazeh, this time, b'shana acheres. In the old way of reading, this would be in another year. But with the way we're explaining acheres to mean a different year, in that light, we have likewise in Bereshis Rabbah the name of the sage of Huna, in the name of Rav Idi, that that this next year was a leap year. In other words, that it wasn't another year, but it's trying to tell us it's a different year. How was it different? It was different as so far that it was a longer year with an added month. And with that, we're going to leave it off for today with those two understandings of what it means, acher. I'm curious to hear in the comments your thoughts, and looking forward to seeing you next time.